Input. Is the Earth becoming extinct in 5,000 years a reasonable guess? Answer with yes or no. No, it is not a reasonable guess that the Earth will become extinct in 5,000 years. While human activities such as climate change, pollution, and depletion of natural resources are having a significant impact on the planet and its inhabitants, it is unlikely that they will lead to the extinction of the Earth within 5,000 years. While it is likely that these activities will continue to have negative consequences for the planet and its inhabitants, it is also likely that humanity will take steps to mitigate these effects and adapt to changing conditions. It is highly likely that the Earth will become extinct within 5 billion years. This is because the Earth's fate is ultimately tied to that of the Sun, and in about 5 billion years, the Sun will exhaust its hydrogen fuel and enter into its red giant phase. During this phase, the Sun will expand and engulf the Earth and the inner planets of the solar system, effectively destroying them. It is important to note that the Earth has gone through cycles of warming and cooling in the past, and life on Earth has been able to adapt and evolve to survive these changes. Additionally, the Earth has also survived several mass extinction events in the past, and life has always found a way to recover and thrive again. It is highly unlikely that the Earth will become extinct within 100 billion years. This is because the Earth's fate is ultimately tied to that of the Sun, and in about 5 billion years, the Sun will exhaust its hydrogen fuel and enter into its red giant phase. During this phase, the Sun will expand and engulf the Earth and the inner planets of the solar system, effectively destroying them. However, before that, it is also highly unlikely that any catastrophic event that could lead to the extinction of all life on Earth would happen within 5 billion years. The Earth has been able to sustain life for about 4.5 billion years, and it has survived several mass extinction events throughout its history. In addition, the possibility of life forms adapting and evolving to survive changes in the environment is also high. It's worth mentioning that the estimation of the Earth's lifespan is based on our current understanding of the natural processes and laws that govern the universe. It's possible that new discoveries and advances in science may change our understanding of these processes, and it's possible that events that we currently consider highly unlikely could happen in the future. Input. When will the Earth end exactly? The current state of the world environmentally is dire. The effects of human activity on the planet are becoming increasingly evident, and the rate at which these effects are occurring is alarming. One of the most pressing issues facing the planet today is global warming. The Earth's average temperature has risen by approximately 1.1 degrees Celsius since the pre-industrial era, and this increase is primarily due to the burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and other human activities. As a result of this warming, we are seeing more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and changes in the distribution of plant and animal species. The Arctic ice is melting at an alarming rate, which is causing the sea level to rise and is also affecting the livelihoods of the people and animals that depend on it. This is just one example of how human activities are impacting the planet in a negative way. Another trend that is killing the world at a faster rate is pollution. Air, water, and soil pollution are the major contributors to poor health, chronic diseases, and deaths. The majority of people in the world today live in cities and towns, where air pollution is a major problem. The concentration of pollutants in the air is much higher in urban areas than in rural areas, and this is having a major impact on human health. The World Health Organization, WHO, estimates that around 7 million people die prematurely each year from air pollution-related diseases. The deforestation and destruction of natural habitats is another trend that is killing the world at a faster rate. The destruction of these habitats is causing the extinction of many plant and animal species, which can have a cascading effect on the entire ecosystem. Deforestation also contributes to global warming, as the trees that are cut down are no longer able to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. It is difficult to estimate how long humans will continue to inhabit the Earth, as there are a multitude of factors that can influence our survival. However, if we consider current trends and projections, it is possible to make a realistic yet fictional estimate of how many years humans have left on this planet. One of the most significant factors that could impact human survival is the continuation of global warming. If current greenhouse gas emissions trends continue, it is estimated that the Earth's average temperature will rise by as much as 4 degrees Celsius by the end of the century. This warming would have a number of negative consequences, including rising sea levels, more extreme weather events, and changes in the distribution of plant and animal species. These changes could lead to food and water shortages, as well as increased incidence of disease. Another factor that could impact human survival is the depletion of natural resources. The Earth's population is projected to reach 9.7 billion by 2050, and to meet the needs of this growing population, we will need to extract more resources from the planet than ever before. However, many of the resources we rely on, such as oil, coal, and water, are finite and will eventually run out. In addition, the overuse of resources could lead to pollution and habitat destruction, which would have a negative impact on human health and the environment. A third factor that could impact human survival is the potential for a catastrophic event. This could include a global pandemic, a nuclear war, or a large asteroid impact. While these events are unlikely, they could have a devastating impact on the world's population and could lead to the extinction of humanity. The potential for the world to end as a result of human activities is a topic of great concern for scientists and policymakers alike. While it is impossible to give an exact answer as to when the world could end, there are several human activities that, if left unchecked, could lead to catastrophic consequences for the planet and its inhabitants. One such activity is the continued use of nuclear weapons. The world currently possesses an estimated 13,400 nuclear warheads, with the majority being held by the United States and Russia. The use of even a small fraction of these weapons would result in a nuclear winter, causing widespread famine and drastically reducing the planet's carrying capacity for human life. Another activity that could lead to the end of the world is the destruction of the ozone layer. The ozone layer is responsible for absorbing harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun, and its depletion could lead to increased incidence of skin cancer and cataracts, as well as damage to plants and marine life. The use of chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, and other ozone-depleting substances in industrial processes and consumer products has significantly damaged the ozone layer, and unless immediate steps are taken to phase out these substances, the ozone layer may never fully recover. A third human activity that could lead to the end of the world is the ongoing destruction of biodiversity. The loss of biodiversity can have significant impacts on the planet's ecosystems, including the loss of important pollinators, the destabilization of food chains, and the loss of important ecosystem services such as water purification and carbon sequestration. The destruction of biodiversity is primarily driven by habitat destruction, pollution, and climate change, all of which are caused by human activities. It is worth noting that these are just a few examples of how human activities could lead to the end of the world. There are many other scenarios that are possible. However, it is clear that immediate and drastic action is needed to address these issues and prevent a catastrophic outcome. This includes the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, the phase out of ozone-depleting substances, and the protection of biodiversity through conservation efforts. These actions require collective effort from all sectors of society, including governments, businesses, and individuals. Failure to take action could have dire consequences for the future of humanity and the planet as a whole. In conclusion, while it is highly unlikely that the Earth will become extinct within the next 5 billion years, it is crucial for humans to take care of the planet and to work towards a sustainable future. The Earth has the ability to recover and adapt to changing conditions, but the current rate of human activities is causing significant and long-lasting damage to the planet. We have an opportunity and a responsibility to ensure that the Earth remains a hospitable place for life for as long as possible, and that we preserve it for future generations. It's important to take actions to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, to develop sustainable resources use and management, and to invest in research and development to mitigate the potential catastrophic events. By taking these steps, we can help to ensure that the Earth lasts for at least the next 5 billion years, the estimated time until the Sun enters its red giant phase. Let's take action now, for the sake of our planet and future generations.